What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Tramel from Progressive Action. I'm here. First of all, thanks for tuning in. Shout out to everyone who reached out to me. Y'all know I just had emergency surgery. Still in pain, but the work still got to be done. I decided to give you guys a new look today. Be conducting shows. Just trying to change it up a little bit. But if you're watching, I need you guys to share out this live. And I want to let you guys know that we are in a state of emergency right now. As being transit workers. So make sure y'all share out this live. And we got some things to talk about. So as you guys know, a conductor was recently assaulted. Bad. He was off duty. And none of that matter. It don't matter if he was off duty, if he was on duty. It doesn't matter because that conductor could have been one of our family members. It could have been our sister, brother, aunt, cousin, mother, father, anyone on those subways. But the fact that he was a transit worker, it makes it even much more, tougher as far as, what we go through on this job. And like we've been saying for a long time now, the subways are not safe. It's not safe for the riders. It's not safe for the workers. One of the reasons why us as Progressive Action, we do an assault rally every year is to create awareness of how dangerous not only our jobs are, but how dangerous the system is. Who would have ever thought that our jobs would come down to when we leave our families at night or in the morning or whenever we leave to go start our shifts, that we may not make it back to them the same way that we came. And it don't always have to be a physical thing. It could be mentally, it could be spiritually, whatever. All of that stuff could damage your soul. It could damage your soul, could damage your household, could damage all types of things that's in your life. Right? So we have been under distress for a very long time as transit workers. And nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. We dealing with a union leadership that's being very reactive instead of proactive. They are doing nothing to try to protect us, and we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about, the MTA. We're going to talk about the NYPD. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of things in this live because it needs to be spoken on. And the way, like I told y'all before, in order to create change, before you create change, you must create awareness. And that's the importance of these videos. This is why I do these lives. I do these lives to create the awareness. I tell you guys to share these lives so people can understand what we go through as transit workers. And the reason why I do these videos live is because I don't want it to be scripted. I don't want it to be post-production to make it all look nice and all that other stuff. I want to give you guys my raw emotions, my raw feelings. It's not about me messing up. It's not about me forgetting something. But I just want to speak to you guys like humans, like adults. Because in life you don't get no second chance sometimes. And I don't want to make y'all feel like that this is scripted or anything. So I give it to y'all live, raw, in the flesh, like I'm talking to you, like I'm sitting with you at your dinner table, like I'm talking with you in the crew room or whatever the case is. That's why I do this the way that I do it. Now check this out, man. I want to make something clear. The conductor getting slashed the other day, Denal getting stabbed 2 years ago, the train operator getting punched in the face. None of this stuff is new. None of it is new. That's why we've been fighting since the beginning of Progressive Action. One of the first things after we did a cleaners rally, our next thing was an assault rally. That was the next biggest thing that we did, because the last thing that I want to do is go to a funeral of a coworker because the job failed to protect them. The union failed to protect them. The system is failing to protect us. That's the reason why we did assault rallies every single year since the inception of progressive action. The reason we put a casket out there is to symbolize that this is the only time that us as workers should even see one of us in a casket or even symbolize it, is for a rally to prevent us from being put in that box. We already seen it last year with the fire, with Goebel. We almost seen it with Jenkins. We almost seen it with our brother that just got cut while he was off duty. What are they doing to protect us on this job? If you look on social media, you look at the union, look at their posts. Go on Twitter and look at their posts. Go on Twitter and look at the MTA posts. Go on Twitter and look at the NYPD posts. Go look at their press conferences. The only thing that they're doing is pointing fingers. Oh, the mayor should do this. Oh, the NYPD need more, the union, the NYPD need more cops. The mayor this. The MTA, oh, the mayor this. The mayor. We don't want to hear that. That's not sufficient enough, because we know us as transit workers was really going on here with the NYPD. It was us who exposed that the NYPD be hiding in our rooms. They are there to create a deterrence. The uniform itself creates a deterrence. If they are in our crew rooms, not doing anything, sleeping, I got videos of all of that. If they not out there in the field creating a deterrence, we not safe. If they want to sleep, they could work at Shirley Posthopedic or something. If they want to sleep and rest on beds and stuff, maybe this isn't the job for them. But you want to know what? They stick together, and we don't. The NYPD presence in the system is the difference between life and death for us. And I'm not saying that, all the police do it, but enough of them do it. Right? But you got Local 100 that don't want to talk about that issue. Why? Because Patrick Lynch is their friend. The PBA president is their friend. O'Reilly, Chief O'Reilly, the chief of subways, is Utano's friend. All of them have relationships with each other. And most of the people that's getting assaulted on these subways don't look like them. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. They don't. And this is the truth. These assaults that's going on is assaults that should not be happening. If it happens to one of them, you ain't gonna see no finger pointing. You're going to see action. You're going to see action. And there's absolutely no action going on to protect us transit workers. And all of us is getting our butts whipped. You got bus operators getting urine thrown on them. Train operators getting punched. I'm out on assault right now for being spit on. One of the worst things that someone could do to you. This whole entire thing is out of control now. And you know what we get? We just get finger pointing. At what point do the union say, you know what? Y'all not answering our calls. So we're going to take matters into our own hands. Why is the union allowing us to work unsafe? Oh, I know why. Because Cuomo is their friend. That's why the union is allowing us to work unsafe. That's another friend of theirs. They got everyone else's best interests except the people they supposed to have best interests, which is the members. They don't have our best interest. What have they done to protect us as transit workers on this job? They haven't done anything. Utano, Pat Foy, Sarah Feinberg, Chief O'Reilly, De Blasio, Cuomo, they all on the same team. You had Cuomo the other day saying that he won't allow his kids to ride the subway. You had Utano a few weeks back saying that he won't allow his kids to ride the subway, but he allowed the members to ride the subway without no extra protection. They going about everything as if business is normal. It's business as usual with them. If you won't allow your kids to ride the subway, don't you know that I have a parent? Don't you know that a lot of us in this that work for New York City Transit have people that love us too, just the same way that you love your kids, Utano and Cuomo? But you won't allow your kids to ride the subway, but you allow other people's kids to ride the subway unsafe. What's good for your kids should be good for us. I guess not, though. I guess not until one of yours get touched, and then that's when you'll be worrying about protecting the subway. I guess that's the case, right, Utano? You tell me. And we know Feinberg. She knows that the subways is unsafe. You want to know how she know that the subways is unsafe? Sarah Feinberg rolls around here with security. She rolls around New York City Transit with security, MTA police, plain clothes, MTA police. Feinberg, why don't you do the same thing that we do? Why don't you leave your police at home? And if you need help, why don't you radio in RCC and tell them that you've been assaulted or you feel threatened or someone doing something so you can see how fast the police really come when there's danger. But you don't care because you got 2 armed security police officers that you roll around with every single day. That whole ploy with I forgot who you was on the train with. P started acting up. You felt safe because you knew you had backup right there. Well, I can't say that as being a rider or a worker working for New York City Transit, but you can. Utano too. They don't take the train nowhere. They got cars. He don't know what it's like to ride the subways. He's getting it second, third hand. But all of a sudden, assaults got to be addressed. Why? Because it's a campaign year. When Denard Jenkins got stabbed up on Easter, Utano said he was with his family. He wasn't leaving his family to go make sure his other family was good. Well, I thought we were sisters and brothers, by the way. He didn't leave to make sure his other family was good. I was with my family on Easter, but now it's a campaign year. He's going to be at any and everything he could be at just to show us, to create the illusion that he cared. We have to be more smarter than this. You got people who these assaults been happening from day one. It's a campaign year. Everybody want to have a rally. Everybody want to have press conferences. Where was these press conferences before? Where was these rallies at before? We just started getting our butts kicked this year. Because as soon as I came on the job, I noticed that it was a problem with our safety here. And we needed to create change. We need a revolution. We need a revolution. Reformation is not working here. It don't matter who we put into office. And I'm not talking about union office. I'm talking about other political offices. Mayor, police commissioner, all those political offices. They're going to play the game. They all going to play the game. And they playing the game with our lives right now. Because it's getting worse. And you want to know what? I don't even think it's getting worse, to be honest with you. I think that is just being highlighted now. The danger's been there. The danger's been there this whole time. It's just the fact that now it's being highlighted. We in such a political driven atmosphere right now that everything is being highlighted. Everything is being highlighted right now. But I tell you what, us as transit workers, we gotta create it. We gotta create change. We have to be the change that we want to see. You know, all of that, not getting involved, not holding our union reps accountable, that has to stop. That has to stop. Only caring when the issue come knocking on our door, that has to stop. It has to stop. We have to create a passageway for true unity, not no ambulance chasers, not people who got political aspirations, not people who want to do this for clout, not people who want to get away from their tools. But we must unite. There is common ground for us to unite on, whether it's assaults, whether it's discipline, whether it's just simple respect. There's something that we could unite on here. When is enough going to be enough for us? We got to stop this. Oh, you know, it happened to him over here. I don't have to worry about it because I'm good. Nah, an injury to one is an injury to all. If that happened to him or her, it could happen to you too. And if it happened to you, you're going to want people to care. So you got to care when it happens to someone else. I don't care in what department they in. I don't care if it's in track. I don't care if it's a traffic checker. I don't care if it's a bus operator. I don't care if it's an RTO. I don't care in what department it's in. An injury to one is an injury to all. I hear that so much here. But I rarely see it practiced. We are when it comes to these people, and I'm back to the union now. When it comes to these union people that's in office, they are some of the most selfish people I have ever encountered. Ever. Some of the most cliquish people I ever encountered, ever. But you want to know what? We could beat all that back. We could beat that back. We got to start standing together. We must. It is literally coming down that our lives is on the line. Our lives is on the line. There shouldn't be no reason a transit worker go to work and don't make it back home to their family the same way that they left. There's absolutely no reason for that. And we don't see this happening to the executives who make all these foolish decisions for us. We don't see this happening to the union reps who accept all these foolish decisions. It happens to you and I. And it has to come to an end. And it's not going to come to an end until we stand up. If we don't stand up, this thing will never end. It's going to get worse, as we have seen. You know, they want to, de Blasio, this been going on for the past 30 years. You want to know why? Because it's the system. It's the system. I don't have faith in none of these political guys when it comes to protection of transit workers or riders in the subway. All of these politicians tell us what we want to hear just so they could get in the office. When is it going to end? And it's the same thing for our union reps. You trying to tell me that Utano can't do anything to protect us as workers if nobody is listening? Is that what he's telling us? I don't get it. This don't sound like strange fruit to you guys. This don't sound strange to you guys? This is crazy. I just want to know, when is it going to end, man? I just want to know, when is it going to end? I want to look at some of y'all comments right now. Hey, yo, Charlton, I need you to holler at me. I think I got something that I want to do with you. Yeah, Charlton, definitely holler at me. Yo, this is real, man. This is real. This is real. You know, and the union is acting like they have our best interest. You know, they acting like they have our best interest. They don't have our best interest at all. At all. And you know what? It kind of like scared me. It kind of scared me to think, what if progressive action wasn't here? What kind of space would we be in right now? What kind of space would we be in right now if progressive action wasn't here? How will we be looking as transit workers? Because we doing what we can. And thanks to you guys, we doing a hell of a job. You guys is keeping us on our toes. But where will we be without progressive action? And the people who help out and the people who donate to the show. Without you guys donating, none of this don't happen. None of this stuff don't happen. That's why it's very important that I tell you guys, we must share the shows. We must share the shows. You got to keep the donations coming, because the work is not going to stop. The work is not going to stop, and we're not going to stop. You know, and man, this is crazy, yo. And the union, you know, the union is funny, man. You would think that if you look on Twitter, if you look on the union Twitter, you would swear that they are part of a tabloid. They be reporting the issues with us as if they don't have no say on how to protect us. They report the issues as if they have no say on how to protect us. Ain't that crazy? They are acting like a tabloid. They are acting like they are a reporter for one of these news stations out here, as if they have no say. They are acting like they are a spectator out here, as if they have no say on our safety. And we're allowing them to get away with it. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. And the only reason that Utano and the union leadership is taking this serious is because it's an election year. I need you guys to remember that. There has been one consistent team in this whole entire thing that been consistent with the assaults, and that's progressive action. Nobody else. When we asked the union to join us, they refused because they didn't think that assaults was an issue. Now all of a sudden, everybody think assaults is an issue. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. And then think about this. You got the MTA. They want to cut station agents. They want station agents out of the booth. What's going to happen with crime when the MTA try to get them out the booth? The MTA got rid of the platform controllers. What happens then? More crime. Don't you guys notice what's really going on here? They want to eliminate the workers, increase ridership. What's going to happen with the crime? The ridership is picking up. They didn't put the platform controllers back. Why is it the platform controllers back on those platforms? Every week we see a new milestone, 2.3 million, 2.1 million of riders. Why aren't the platform controllers back on the platform? Why do they have private security guards doing traffic checkers work? So we being attacked physically, we being attacked labor-wise, we being attacked mentally. But it's like we have to fend for ourselves. We have to fend for ourselves. I mean, I don't know how many of these shows I have to do. I don't know what it's going to take to get you guys to actually want to get involved. You know what I mean? There's no spectators here. If you work for Local 100, if you work for the MTA and a member of Local 100, you are not a spectator. I don't care if something happened to you directly, personally, or not. There's no spectators here. Everybody is in this game. Everybody is in this game. There is absolutely no spectators here. We don't have no spectators here. So we are going to be throwing our annual, not no ambulance chasing, not because it's campaign season. We are throwing our annual assault rally sometime in July or August, and it will be at City Hall this time. We will be working out the final dates. We are working out the situation with the permit. Need a permit at City Hall, but we will be working it out. We will be having, let me say this again, we will be having our annual assault rally sometime in July or August. We want to let the current mayor know, we want to let whoever the future mayor know that things will change in 2022. Things will change. It's not going to be any more go along to get along. We will no longer be working under workplace violence. We will no longer be disrespected. We are going to go by the 5 R's. That's riot, revolt, rebellion, reformation, and revolution. I'm focusing on number 5, and that's revolution. Because nothing else is seeming to work. You riot, that's an emotional response. You revolt, it's sort of what political. That's going to say that we're going to stop this. When it's time to rebellion, we get away from all these systems that's oppressing us. When we talk about reformation, we talking about believing in the system to reform itself. Now we got to break down that system and create a revolution. And when we create that revolution, that's when we're going to see change. That's when we're going to see change. Man, I really didn't want to do a live today. Like I said earlier, I'm in tremendous pain right now. I had emergency surgery yesterday, but the work still got to be done. I'm still here to fight for you guys. I love you guys. And it's getting real serious at our jobs. And we must, I got to do more work. I got to stand up. I got to stand up more. Whatever I got to do more, I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? We can't go along like if I was giving 100% before, I'm giving 200% now. The work must be done. And we're going to get it done. We're going to win. Believe me, we're going to win. We definitely going to win. Now, if you guys support the platform, I need you guys to please, very important, please donate to the platform. If you have Cash App, donate via Cash App. The Cash App is $ or money sign Progressive Action 100. Progressive Action 100 is the Cash App. Please send in a donation. This is how we keep the platform alive. This is how we reinvent ourselves. This is how we're going to get the information out there. I appreciate y'all. There's no spectators. All of us is in this game. The fight is on, and they are winning. But we will win at the end. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.